Hello princesses! Today we are going to be saying goodbye to Little Porcelain Princess, and that is only 50% clickbait. So I have had the name Little Porcelain Princess for about 8 years now. I started it when I made my Tumblr like 8 years ago. And when I made my blog I just kind of used the same name because that's what I had. Back when I started blogging I would reblog lots of princessy sorts of things, and I still do, and I still am into that sort of thing as well. But I don't think that the name necessarily suits what I do with my blog anymore. When I started my blog I did a lot of lifestyle posts as well. I showed you how I did like the bedazzling of the phone cases and like all of this other stuff like fashion posts and things like that. But I no longer do that, and I don't think that Little Porcelain Princess necessarily represents myself in the best way. It is also so annoying on any social media. It's kind of nice because the name is always there. But the character limits, like on Twitter I have to be Little P Princesses or LPP, and it just doesn't really work. So this year I have decided to rebrand in a way. I'm still going to be continuing to do what I do, so the content is not going to be any different, slight differences, but I wanted to change the name. So I've been thinking about it for a while, and I think that the name that best represents me is literally just my name. So you may have noticed that everything on my social media and my YouTube and my blog and everything has actually just changed to Becca M or some sort of variety of that, because there are a million Becca and Becca M's out there already. Obviously I couldn't just be Becca because you already have Becca Cosmetics and things like that. And so just adding the first initial for my surname works really well. I've actually been thinking about changing the name for about like 1.5 years now as well, so it's definitely something that I did put thought into because I do enjoy the name Little Porcelain Princess, but yeah, there are some limitations. So the content that I'm going to make is going to be slightly different, but not really that different. So instead of having the titles have review or first impression or store review or fail and holy grail at the start, I'm going to get rid of that, and it's just literally going to be the name of whatever I'm talking about. The reason behind that is because the majority of what I talk about are reviews anyway, so having review at the start just becomes really redundant after a while because you know it's going to be a review. With the fails and holy grails, I feel like as soon as I put fail in the title of a product, there are immediate thumbs downs, just all the time. People dislike it for the sake of just disliking it. If my opinion is different, they don't like that, and so I end up getting a bunch of dislikes, not because they don't like the content, but they don't like my opinion. So throughout December I had 31 reviews, some were sponsored and some were not. Some of them were what I would consider to be fails, and some of them would be what I consider to be holy grails. And the amount of dislikes definitely did change when I didn't title them as such, which is just like super annoying, but whatever. And I'm also going to be upping the content that I make. I'm going to be making 3 videos per week, 2 of which are always going to be reviews, and then the one on Thursday or in the middle is going to be something else. So it may be sponsored posts or things that are provided for review. Those will take precedence, but also like empties, favorites, destashes, those sorts of like random content will be in there as well. I also won't title things with provided for review because of the sheer fact that, again, people just dislike the video because I got it for review. And I would like to make it clear that unless I put ad in the video or in the description box, I am not paid to create content. Last year I had 1 sponsored post that I was paid to create that was in collaboration with Smile Brilliant, and it clearly had ad on it, but because I didn't preface that with provided for review or sponsored in the title, it didn't have as many thumbs downs as any other thing would. Obviously, when I get things that are provided for review, there is an agreement with me and the company that I will get a product and I will provide my honest opinion. I never accept anything on the basis that I write a positive review, and you will have seen sometimes that Wish trend, if they invite you to review something, they will make you click something that says, I will provide a positive review on this. And I refuse to do that, although I did take some screenshots of the products because there was no way that you could click no. You couldn't complete the form unless you clicked yes, and it's just not going to happen. I find that quite weird because I've worked with Wish Trend in the past and I've not had to fill out one of the Google forms They just contacted me and said, would you like to review this? And I said yes, and they have never asked me to write a positive review either. I think it's quite dishonest. And I've definitely done reviews in the past that were provided for review that were negative. So if that doesn't give you any trust, then I don't know what else I can do. To simply put it, when you have sponsored posts or provided for review posts, I have about 7,000 followers on YouTube at the moment, give or take a couple depending on what it looks like when this goes up. And it's not worth losing the trust of subscribers for one free product. It's just not, because if I'm not honest, I won't have subscribers. If I don't have subscribers, I won't get these opportunities. However, it is important for me to accept things for review as well as accept money for reviews that either I like or would be talking about anyway. Why is that? Because YouTube is really expensive. I do not make that much money from YouTube. In November, I made 140 New Zealand dollars, 150 New Zealand dollars. In December, I would have made more because I put up 31 videos. I hope I made more. But that money doesn't even pay for the products that I review in 1 month, let alone other things that cost money, like, I don't know, laptops, computers, tripods, ring lights, hosting your blog, all of that sort of stuff as well. It does cost money. Therefore, if I want to continue doing this and doing so many posts per week, you have to draw the line somewhere. I can't be making a loss just because it's fun. And I hope that you guys understand that. I would never accept money to talk about something that I did not believe was good. And you just have to take my word for that. But that is pretty much it. If you guys have any suggestions of products that you would like me to review, do leave them down below. But again, bear in mind that by the time I get the money to pay for them, get them shipped to New Zealand, try them out for a substantial amount of time, it may be 4 or 5 months until you actually see the post up. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this year's content. If you have any thoughts, do leave them down below, and please be nice because I am a sensitive little soul. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow in the first review for 2018. Spoilers, I finally reviewed a pony effect cushion because I got it for cheap. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!